Kid Cosmic is a superhero show written by Craig McCracken, who has also written many other popular shows. As I mentioned in my Megamind video, I don't really like superhero-related stuff. I don't know why, I've just never really enjoyed the genre, so I only really watched Kid Cosmic because I thought the animation looked cool, and the story sounded a little goofy, so I thought it'd be fun to just watch it. Basically what I'm saying is I really only watched it in the beginning for laughs. But the show just, it surprised me, and that's why I'm here to talk about it. And this does contain spoilers for all of Kid Cosmic, so if you haven't watched the show, it is good, and I highly recommend you go check it out. A brief rundown of the show is, the first season is about Kid Cosmic finding 5 rings, which he calls the Rings of Cosmic Power. All the rings have one ability. One is telekinesis, the other one is teleportation, one is multiplication, one is seeing the future, and one is you can grow into a giant. Kid has the telekinesis ring, a character named Joe has the teleportation one, Kid's Papa G has the multiplication, a cat named Tuna gets the future, and a little girl named Rosa gets the one that makes her into a giant. They're trying to save the world from all the other aliens who want to get the rings for themselves. But they're really bad at it. At the end of Season 1, it's revealed that the rings, or the stones, came from planets that had been destroyed by the Planet Destroyer, and the people who came from those planets come to look for the rings. They get the rings and go try to stop the Planet Killer, but all of them die except one, who is Queen Jean. Season 2, Kid Cosmic and all of his friends, and literally the entire town, has been put in outer space. Then this guy is shown who just fangirls over the Planet Killer. And to be honest, this guy was such a joke that I just thought he'd be like Gadfly Garnett from Miles from Tomorrowland, but he ends up playing such a big role in the show that it really surprised me. At the end of Season 2, they end up defeating Herodias the Planet Killer and Phantos, so I was really surprised when there was a 3rd season. At first, I really thought that, the show was just so successful that the producers said they just had to do another season, and it was just a shameless cash grab. Kid Cosmic and his friends are now having to protect the world because whenever Herodias the Planet Killer exploded, all of the stones that, came from the planets that he just absolutely destroyed, exploded and were sent all over the Earth. So anybody can have the powers of the Cosmic Stones. The people who recruit them to help find the people of the Cosmic Stones and defeat them are these 3 people who are from the PPG. And one of them is played by Tara Strong, Twilight Sparkle? I was so surprised when I heard her voice. Anyways, I thought it was just the classic, the heroes saved the day and now they gotta go save the world all over again trope. But I really hadn't learned anything from Season 1 because Season 1 blew my mind too. I really thought that it would go one direction and then it went a completely different one. As it turns out, all of this was fake. None of it was real. They never beat Herodias, the PPG wasn't real, none of it was. It was all an imaginary world made by Phantos. Joe finds this out and tries to talk to Papa G about it, but it turns out that Papa G already knew and wanted to keep it a secret because of the one trope in comic books. The trope where the superhero thinks his parents are dead and then he finds out that they're really not. And that's because Kid's parents died in a car crash and he wants Kid to be able to be happy and see his parents again. But Joe says that he'll find out the truth and he'll be heartbroken when he realizes that it's really not real. Kid does end up seeing his parents, but he finds out it's fake and they are all able to get out of the fake world Phantos made. And they finally defeat Herodias and Phantos once and for all. But there is something I didn't mention before. In the fake world, it was mentioned that there was another stone, and Kid wanted to find it. Now, they thought there really wasn't another stone once they got out of the fake world, but there is another one, and Papa G found it. Now, they have to use this stone to help defeat Phantos and Herodias, and the stone kept Papa G young and, helped him not get hurt as bad. So, once he loses the stone, he is not in the greatest condition. I still do think that the show had a pretty good ending. And like I said, it really did surprise me. I didn't think it would, and I didn't think I would like it as much as I did. The first few episodes were very funny, I did get laughs out of it. It was still a funny show, and the writing was phenomenal. I don't think I really explained why the first season surprised me, and it was just, there's this one character whose name is, well, they call him Chuck, and his boss wanted the Cosmic Stones of Power. I really thought he would be the big bad of season 1, but he was just a complete joke. He just ran away, and Chuck was distraught. The real big bad of the show was amazing. Herodias was a big threat, and it was not easy to defeat him. It really stressed Jo out because she was kind of the leader of the group. And the events of the story nearly broke her, which was shown a lot in season 2. Did mention the animation before, and it is great. The choppy style kind of makes it look more comic booky, if that makes sense, especially the backgrounds. I mean, just look at this shot of Kid jumping on the table. There's not a whole lot of animation between the frames, but it looks so great. I'm not really the best animator, and I am new to it, but I would like something similar to this style. It just looks so fun and interesting. There's a lot to love about Kid Cosmic, and I'm definitely glad I checked it out. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I will see you next week. Goodbye!